So now you're going into the forest. I don't know why, but I'm a little worried. But if worse comes to worse, you can always use the earring of the hunter to return home safely.
I've already spoken with Louis. Now, go to the Watchtower Hut and get the key to the Beetle Gate. From the forest entrance, you will find the Divine Barrier Gate, and then on to the Beetle Forest. Godspeed to you.
Wait a sec. Here. This is a ring given to me by the Nagi chieftain when I was born. It's very special to me. I should have given it to you before, but I was too embarrassed. When I wear this ring, somehow I feel at peace. I hope it helps you too. Well, take care, okay? Oh, it's really nothing, but I'll be thinking about you.
I heard what Mother Garai said, but I don't like any of it. I mean, you of all people! Just because Ricketts is your dad! You'll just go into the forest and get eaten by monsters! Is your flute really that powerful? That's so lame! Ha! I'll go get the calabash myself! Just wait right here!
No can do, little guy. I know how you feel, Louis, but you can't go. You can seek your revenge at some other time. Besides, you know how scary the forest is, right? And how little we can do there.
Fine. Kelmar's right. You can go do it. Here's the Beetle key. The chief gave it to me to look after. With it lies the fate of the village. Use it to enter the Beetle Gate. The cottage of Master Chorus is deep inside the forest. He's a powerful cocoon master, and he might know something about that herb.
Look, try to understand how he feels. Ever since his parents were killed in the forest, all he's ever thought about is slaying those monsters. He may be cocky, but in his own way, he's just trying to be a man.
Now what? Get out of here before I change my mind!
I've already spoken with Louis. Now, go to the Watchtower Hut and get the key to the Beetle Gate. From the forest entrance,
Huh? What is it? If you're looking for Kelmar, he's not here. This is just great. Where could he be running off to now? Come back some other time if it's a strong weapon you want. It's been so long since I made a weapon for a Cocoon Master. But even if you had one, would you know how to use it?
Really, he's so unfriendly, isn't he? I'm sorry, his hands are skilled, but his tongue is not. Our son will never find a good bride with a father like you. They're both so stubborn, aren't you even listening to me? As you can see, he has a hard head, but he is the best blacksmith in all of Peril. If you ever need weapons, come again.
I don't have any. But you can buy what I've already made. If you need a more... Maybe I'll have something... No matter how... Don't ever think that you're better just because you bought a more powerful weapon. You won't know its true power until you start swinging it around. You know that, don't you?
those clothes become you. You look just like Riquette's when he was a young lad. This is a tale of the kingdom of Gehenna Pali that stretched across these lands long ago. Once upon a time, Prince Menek, son of King Karis, set out with his vassals to hunt in the forest. But in the forest they were enveloped by a thick fog, and the prince lost his way. Wandering aimlessly about, he happened upon a marsh from which grew an enormous tree. Thereupon he heard the sound of sobbing, but he knew not from where. He found a maiden sitting all alone. She was weeping by the marsh. "I am Alcana. I just buried my mother here in the marsh of Uban," she said. And then she looked up at the prince. He was overwhelmed by her beautiful eyes. The maiden stole his heart that day. It was truly a fateful meeting. Thereafter, the prince made frequent trips into the forest. Undoubtedly, he was paying visits to the maiden. The maiden had a strange power. She could talk to the insects and trees. Before long, there began a terrible rumor that the prince's heart had been stolen by a witch. One day the maiden spun silk from fairy cocoons and wove it into a beautiful cloth for the king. But the brilliance of that cloth cast a shadow upon the kingdom. The king was so enthralled by the fairy silk that he sent his soldiers into the forest, where they ravaged for fairy cocoons. The fairies, still in their cocoons, were boiled alive. The king killed them so he could have their silk. The prince pleaded with his father to stop his cruelty, but the king was no longer the man he had once been. Prince Menek was charged with treason and imprisoned in the king's deepest dungeon. He was never heard from again. When the maiden learned of the prince's death, she cursed her fate and lamented the foolishness of man. She then cast herself away into the marsh where her mother lay. As she started to drown, a voice from nowhere whispered to her, "I am Elrum. I shall grant you your wish. Tell me what you want," said the voice. The maiden told Elrum all that weighed upon her heart. The maiden said, "Greed bears destructive knowledge. Its wicked power shall be the end of the forest. All hope is lost. The beasts of knowledge shall never live in peace with the forest. The one light of hope who I so loved has perished at the hands of the beasts. I now go to where my love Menek awaits." Thereupon Elrum spoke again. "So you claim that your true love was torn asunder by the greed and hatred of the beasts of knowledge? When light is swallowed up by darkness, I shall unleash ruin upon the land, returning all to the nothingness from whence it came. I have a firm grip upon the darkness in your heart." From that day forward, demons appeared in the forest, terrifying all they came upon, and the kingdom of Gehenna Pali fell to ruin by the swarms of Onibubu, locusts of apocalypse. The demons that haunt the forest now are the beasts spawned by the greed in man's heart. Well, I know you're busy, but come by any time. I shall always be here.
Are you doing all right? Being a cocoon master is tough, but you keep at it. I can teach you many things in place of your father. Although the forest beasts attack us villagers and sometimes seem quite treacherous, they are really just agents of Elrum, the god of the forest. The cocoon masters and Nagi people are wise in the ways of the forest. In fact, we have a term of respect for the creatures there. We call them forest minions. People of the village call them abominations, monstrosities, all because they look horrific and terrify us. Even our town elders, like the Venerable Jabara, have more contemptuous names for them. But they all refer to the same thing. They say, pure words beget a clean heart. You should mind your language too, my son. You cannot buy weapons and supplies without money. That is why you should spin white cocoons. The thread from white cocoons is very high quality and can be sold for a lot of money. But once you spin the cocoon, you will lose the magic beast inside. Consider that carefully before asking Mabu to spin them for you. If you are wounded in the forest, continuing the hunt is very dangerous. There are many different types of items which can help you at such times. You buy them down at the town shop. Make sure you get plenty of everything you need there. And you can get empty cocoons for imprisoning minions from Mabu. You can buy weapons and armor at the blacksmith. You know Kelmar's house, right? His father is a blacksmith. He may be a bit gruff, but he is a very skilled blacksmith. Take care.
So now you're going into the forest. I don't know why, but I'm a little worried. But if worse comes to worse, you can always use the earring of the hunter to return home safely.
Kelmar was worried, so he asked me to show you the way. I feel sorry for you, so I'll lead you there just this once. Don't forget how to get there, and try to keep up! Okay, this is the Divine Barrier. Use the Beetle key to open the Beetle Gate. Duh! The Beetle Gate is the one to the far right. From there on out, it's all up to you.
Who are you? I've seen poachers who impersonate Cocoon Masters. If you are a real Cocoon Master, show me by playing that flute. Slowly now. I know that tune. Are you the son of Ricketts, the Cocoon Master of Cyrus? If the son of Ricketts has been sent into the forest, the village must be in danger. Tell me what has happened in Cyrus. I see. So the Onibubu have reached Cyrus as well. And you came to search for the calabash herb, huh? But you're flute playing. You don't know anything yet, do you? Your father would never forgive me if I just let you go into the forest to die. I am Chorus, the Blue Cocoon Master. On behalf of my comrade Ricketts, I shall initiate you to the arts of the Cocoon Masters. The minions of the forest are full of melancholy and are thus very dangerous. It is our task to capture them, but first, they must be weakened. It is for this purpose only that you would attack with a weapon. Let's have you learn the basics by actually fighting a minion. Have you any mugwort herb? For after a fight, wounds and exhaustion must not be ignored. Use this now. Here we go. Attacking is the most important technique in battle. Continue to battle while restoring your strength as long as you still have mugwort herbs. However, if you run out of mugwort and your health is running low, then it is better to retreat than defend. These are the basic rules of combat. But remember, the mission of the Cocoon Master is not to kill, but to soothe souls. No matter how furious or violent a minion may be, you must not kill. Killing will bring you nothing. Good job. Take this as a symbol of your hard work. The sound of your flute shall soothe the minion's souls. Trapping them in empty cocoons is known as capturing. Let's have you learn the basics by fighting a minion. Here we go. Well, that's it, more or less. Your success with capturing depends on your skill with the flute. And the only way to improve is to imprison as many minions as you can. You won this time because I used a weak minion. In reality, you won't have it so easy. Train hard and work on your flute playing. In time, capturing minions will become easier for you. And you can only carry so many empty cocoons with you. Each time a capture fails, you lose one. It would be wise to return to the village if you run out. The minion you just captured is my gift to you. However, it is useless until it is purified. Simply trapping a minion in a cocoon will not soothe its spirit. It requires purification. If you are a cocoon master, you must have taken a Nagi woman as your bride in this sacred union. Have your wife purify a firefly cocoon. It will then become a white cocoon. Once it becomes a white cocoon, you can summon the minion into battle. We are called Cocoon Masters because we have the power to summon magical minions. In order to beckon these minions, we must translocate our earthly vessels. In other words, the minions fight in our stead. Mesmerized by the sound of the flute. After all, we are but beasts of knowledge, no match for the minions deep in the forest. That means we must fight minion with minion. However, you may only take 3 magical beasts with you at a time. Each minion possesses one of 4 distinct elemental properties. Keep the following relationships in mind. Earth repels water. Water extinguishes fire. Fire eliminates air, and wind whittles away earth. Know your opponent and develop a strategy first. Magic beasts gain strength through victory in battle. And by merging different beasts together, they will become even stronger. Try it once you have obtained a few. Your wife shall merge them for you. Be warned that while merging does pass on characteristics of both beasts, elemental properties and special abilities can either be strengthened or weakened. For this is the one thing I cannot teach you. You must master this process yourself. Very well. Now, you must try to apply what you have learned. My cottage is deep inside this forest. If you arrive there safely, you shall receive my approval. Oh, son of the Lion of Peril, you shall become a cocoon master worthy of your father's name.
don't overdo it until you get better at hunting, alright? Try talking with Mother Garai if there's something you don't understand. But I'd watch out. Her stories can be long and boring. But don't tell her I said that. Our enemy we love, and for the tormented we pray. Grant us, the beasts of knowledge, the power to touch the spirit. Well, good luck. I'll always be here if you need anything.